Yo, what's up? Late Night Style, your boys, Cam and Doc. Rick Kamla, FSWA Hall of Famer Steve Alexander, and we are Fantasy NBA Today, Ethos After Dark. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new week, hanging late night with your boys. And Doc, is it Grandpa times 2? Congratulations, broski. It's been a kind of a weird 24 hours for you, but I presume very, very exciting as well. You got a new arrival, a new addition to the Alexander family.
It's been an exciting 72 hours of chaos. But yes, we have a baby in the house. My wife is in there holding the baby just now, and she goes, if you would have asked me a year ago if I'd be sitting here holding a baby, I would have said no chance. But here we are. It's baby time. Now we got to nurse everybody back to health after 4 days at the hospital. So everybody's good, though. Everybody's good. It's awesome, and it's exciting.
What's the baby's name?
Silas James.
Nice. Cool. Old school. I like it. All right, dude. Congratulations to you and your family. Congratulations to all of you for finding us here with the best fantasy basketball content there is on earth. And that is an objective fact. Okay. Before we tip things off, we want to tell you about our sponsor, BetOnline. They are the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, no sweat. BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds and everything from the NBA and college basketball to the NHL and UFC. BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every game to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here. Doc, who is your magic man of the night?
Well, as much as I wanted to go with SGA because he was all-world MVP again, I'm going with my guy, the guy that I was so high on preseason, the guy that I stuck with all the way through it, and the guy that now you and Ricky Props and Aaron Brewski are all like, oh my God, he's so good. He's so fun. My man, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey had 25 points, 16 boards, 6 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, 3 3-pointers. He didn't miss any of his threes. He was 8 of 11 from the field. Josh Giddey is balling. And he's holding Kobe White back.
Billy Donovan is helping with that as well. I like the call, dude. I do. I do believe I have a Josh Giddey rhyme or two created for you guys later on in the show. I just want to get a quick stat here to amplify what my magic man is doing, and I'm not going to be able to do it. I wanted to look up total steals, Doc, for the year. Maybe you or Andre can find that out. My magic man is Dyson Daniels. You know what, Doc? I don't care. Okay, SJ had 39, 10, and 8. Levine had 30. My boy Levine had 33. Dope. Kate Cunningham is a warrior again, winning.
Levine has 42 right now.
Levine has 42 right now?
Yeah. But he's done. I think he's done. It's 115 to 78.
Let's go! 30 deep, baby. I'm trying to get in first place. I'm a game and a half behind David Kleitz. Kleitz, I'm coming for your money. All right, screw it. I don't want to look at the list anymore. It's Dyson frickin' Daniels, dude.
Yes,
this guy,
I love it.
Dude, you want it? I'm going, like, I usually go pretty chalky here, but sometimes I go indie rock band, right? Underground rock band. Andre, can you tell me? There you go. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, Dyson Daniels had 7 steals tonight, okay? He almost had a triple-double with steals. He went 10 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 steals. I don't even care about the 3 balls. He gave us 7 steals, okay? He is literally single-handedly winning you arguably the most important category in fantasy basketball. Blocks and steals are the 2 most important categories in fantasy basketball. Cam, how do you know this? Well, I don't know. I've been doing this for 50 years or something. Okay.
I invented it.
Always,
Ricky Props invented the game, son.
thank you. I'm trying to be humble here, but like you have to, it always comes down to head-to-head blocks and steals. Okay. It always does. So anyway, we've made that point a million times. Doc, he had 7 threes tonight. He is at 163 steals. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the stud he is second at 104. It blows my mind that SGA is going 30-plus points with all those steals, right? Okay, so shout him out quickly here. But I don't want to take the shine off with Dyson Daniels. Dude, yes, 59 more steals. Okay, that is stupid. Dyson Daniels
had a double-double.
3 steals.
And he had a double-double.
I got another. Andre may be able to look this up real quick. Okay. When is the last guy to average 3 steals per game? Okay. I would love to know that. I bet, Doc, it's been a long time since a guy averaged 3 steals per game. I'm off the top of my head here. This is what we do. Okay. We talk fantasy and we get in these random thought bubbles. I would bet that it's been 20 plus years since we've had a guy average 3 steals per game.
Did Gary Payton ever do it?
I'm sure he did, but we're talking about the 90s, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You know, Meta World Peace
Eddie
might have been
Jones.
at 2.7 or something.
Eddie Jones, my boy.
Eddie Jones was a good steal guy. I don't think he ever got quite that high.
I love Eddie Jones back in the day. That was my guy.
I saw. I had a brief conversation with Eddie Jones at a Miami nightclub one night. Cool dude. He topped out Doc at 2.7 steals. Good call. But he did not get to 3. Let me look up my boy Artest. And Artest is my boy.
Alvin Robertson was the last guy, 1991.
Let's go.
So that's 30, 20. It's a lot of years ago. Like almost 40 years ago, right?
That's insanity. Okay. 35. Andre is the best producer in the biz. He's just right on these stats. Anyway, okay. And quickly here, Doc. Doc and I believe, okay, and he said it, and I was like, I've been watching these games having the same thought. Tell him where we have Dyson Daniels in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Oh, he's number 1. He's going to win it. What are his odds? Andre,
he's not going to win it. Jaren Jackson Jr. is now the odds guy. I'll look it up. I'm going to DraftKings right now. You talk.
I think Dyson Daniels deserves it, man. Every time you look at his box score, he has 4 steals. On an off night, he has 1 or 2. On a good night, he has 5, 6, or 7 or 8. And he's been doing it all year. You drafted him like in the 10th round, maybe picked him up off waivers, and he's balling. Dude, he's not even second. He's behind the torture chamber. Are you kidding me?
I'm on DraftKings right now. This is up to the minute. Jaren Jackson Jr. is at a plus 130. Evan Mobley is at a plus 150. So that's a coin flip. But and then Dyson Daniels is at a plus 800. Okay. Lou Dort is at a plus 1,200. Then SGA at plus 3,000. Jalen Williams is in there at plus 5,000. They have 3 of the top 6 in odds for DPOY on OKC. And none of those guys are named Chet Holmgren.
Which is why OKC is going to win it all. You got
possibly.
You got the best offense in the league, and you have 3 of the best defensive players in the league, not to even mention Chet and friggin' the other big dude.
Caruso and Hartenstein.
Like, it's crazy. OKC is too good.
Do you want to know something crazy? Amen Thompson is a candidate for most improved player, 6th man of the year, and defensive player of the year. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That just registered with me when I went here to the odds for DPOY. And I knew that Amen was very high on the 6th man list. He's in the most improved running as well. And I'm on DPOY right now. And he is 8th. Okay. Well, he's actually tied for 6th. Jalen Williams plus 5,000. Zubats plus 5,000. Amen plus 5,000. Then you have Gobert, Iroll, and Yawn. and Bam Adebayo at a plus 10,000, and Bam is somewhere complaining about he never gets any burn for Defensive Player of the Year. Block a damn shot every once in a while, Bam, please, for the love of God.
Hey, Ricky,
Doc,
props. Ricky
Doc,
props.
The fact that it's such an open race here with Jackson Jr. and with Mobley, right? Like the bettors don't know, right? Nobody's in the minus number, right? There's no prohibitive favorite here. This is wide open. That to play Dyson Daniels right now to plus 800 is great money, dude. Put $10 on it, you get 80 back. Put 100 on it, you get 800 back. I think it's a fantastic bet right now. Is it a long shot? No, I don't think it's a long shot. I do think it's what's the word I'm looking for here? It'd be an upset. That's the word I'm looking for. But it would not be, oh my God, I can't believe Dyson Daniels won Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying, Doc? So at a plus 800, I really like that for the people.
For sure. And the odds that Andre found were plus 1,800 on Dyson Daniels. And guess what? After that 7-steal game he had tonight, registers and goes through the cycle, the odds are coming down even more. To me, Jaren Jackson, as you highlighted on tomorrow's show, is falling. He's in a slump. Evan Mobley is the most invisible man on a really, really good team that I've ever seen. I never see Evan Mobley on my TV, ever. He's just, people just forget about him. And maybe, I live in Georgia, so I see Dyson Daniels. Hello. Hello, my precious. Oh, it's so soft. It's so soft. It still got the tags on it, dog. Like, oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm actually at this point, I'm going to be surprised. Oh, I was just holding up my Swingman Dyson Daniels jersey, one of two, and rubbing it on my face like a psychopath. I will be surprised at this point if Dyson Daniels does not win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm so glad you didn't take the Luka jersey and rub it in your face and do the whole like fabric softener thing, because that would have evoked vomit from your boy. Me and Luka got a long way to go. All right, Doc, let's get into some must adds here from the action that we saw on Monday night. I want to tip you off with a couple of Chicago Bulls, okay? I want to give you Kevin Huerter. He started over Kobe White tonight. Major fantasy development here. Kobe White came off the bench, and he was good, but the minutes were down. Okay, so Kevin Huerter starts tonight. And Doc, we talked around trade deadline time. I'm like, Huerter's going to be a factor now with the Bulls. It took longer than I thought. Boom, here he is. 34 minutes, started the game. 23 points, 7 threes, 2 steals. He is a really good source for threes and steals. The box score likes Kevin Huerter, okay? He's got a very fantasy-friendly game. He just needs the minutes and look pretty comfortable in a Bull uniform here tonight. To me, he's a must-add, Doc. And I want to bring back for the 1 millionth time Matas Buzelis, because, Doc, we had another major fantasy development, okay? I almost want to get into Howard Cosell and start talking like that, okay? You young heads out there,
do it.
Look up Howard Cosell. Matas Buzelis played 36 minutes tonight. I can't really do I don't want to do it anymore. I just got a little bit of Howard, right?
The beginning was good, though. It was good.
I got Shaq, but I got a Marv, too. I can do a lot of Marv Albert, okay? But anyway, Buzelis, 19% rostered. So he's still there for you, okay? Tonight, the line wasn't great, but he played 36 minutes. He won 17 points, 3 rebounds. Doc has been talking about the assist game for him. He had 5 dimes tonight. He had a block, and he had a 3. He always does those things. To me, at 36 minutes, Doc, Matas Buzelis is hot like fire on waivers right now.
All right. There's a lot to unpack here. I cannot get on the Kevin Huerter bandwagon just yet. And maybe part of it's because I'm upset that I'm a Kobe White manager in like every single league I'm in, and he came off the bench. Kobe White still balled, don't worry. And maybe that's good for Kobe White, and maybe it's good for the Bulls. Maybe he's better off as a sixth man because Kevin Huerter sure as hell wasn't. Kevin Huerter, I have so many trust issues with that dude. He had a good game tonight, man. 23.7 threes, 4 assists, 2 steals. That's what he does when he plays big minutes. This was a 142 to 110 blowout of Joel Embiid's submarine. Joel Embiid, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, I can't fully get on board with Kevin Huerter. I just can't. I can't. Who was the other guy you said?
Buzelis up to 36 minutes tonight. Our boy.
Buzelis is on my list. Anytime I see 36 minutes next to that guy's name, I'm in. But he's been a yo-yo. He's had us on a yo-yo all year. It's like, oh, Buzelis, 36 minutes, 17 points. We're all excited. Go pick up Buzelis. And then the next game, it's like 18 minutes and 4 points. I don't trust him either, but I like him and his fantasy game a lot more than Kevin Huerter. I think Kevin Huerter is a good call. Like, if he's going to keep starting and playing those minutes, I think he's a great pickup right now. But I'm not going to believe it till I see it.
So I'm looking at Buzelis's game log here, Doc. His previous career high in minutes was 31. He's played 30-plus minutes twice all year. That is why I am geeked about Matas Buzelis right now. And the lines are going to thicken out from here. I got a couple other guys. You want to hit us with a must-add player or two?
Well, I just want to mention, while we're talking about the Chicago game, I think we might as well mention that Vucevic was out. Zach Collins started and had 19 points, 5 boards, a steal, blocking a 3. If Zach Collins is going to play for the Bulls, you will want to add him to your team. I just don't know if Vooch is going to miss time or not. He was out with a calf injury, a calf tightness. The Bulls are 23-35. Like, I don't have a good feel for what they're going to do with Vooch the rest of the way, but if Vooch shuts down Zach Collins, I think will become a must-add player. I didn't even see Jalen Smith. I don't even think Jalen Smith played in that game. But as far as a must-add for me, I don't know if these are must-adds. I had Zach Collins on my list. I had Buzelis on my list. I'm going to say Khalil Ware is flirting with must-add territory again. He had 8 points, 15 boards, and a block for the Heat. Khalil Ware should have never been dropped, in my opinion. But if he was, I think you should pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, the line was pretty good tonight. Was it an 8-15 with a block from Ware tonight? So that was encouraging to see. We've been on the same page with Ware. Hang in there with him. You know, he's in the starting 5 for Miami. Like, ride it out. He's a rookie. He's not going to be great every game, but he's solid. And so hopefully that advice pays dividends for you guys. Couple other must-add players for me here. Aaron Nesmith. Doc, I can't remember. It was either with you or with Brew, but I was like, I need one more game from Nesmith of like big minutes. I think it was me and you last week. We were talking, you know, Nesmith was maybe rising or maybe had one good game. Okay. Anyway, on Monday against Denver, best game of the year, season high 33 minutes. He went 17-4 with 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 threes. He's got kind of like a Dorian Finney-Smith circa Dallas type of game. A lot of threes, a lot of blocks, a lot of steals. That's where he lives. Okay. He is now back on the fantasy radar. over the last 3 games, he's gone 13 points, 19 points, 17 points with 7 3-balls. Okay. He's at least a streamer. In deeper leagues, take a look at him as a roster guy. Rashawn Holmes, Doc. Sarr's back out. Okay. Don't know if and when he's going to be coming back. Rashawn Holmes on Monday, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, good overall line. And frankly, he's been playing pretty darn well for Washington. He played 30 minutes tonight. And then I'm going to give you, I've got several guys written down here. In deep leagues, keep your eye on Terrence Shannon of Minnesota, although it's short-lived because Randall and Dante are coming back right around the corner. He's been 19-plus minutes in 5 straight games, had a really good game Monday against OKC with 17 and 10, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 29 minutes. He was in the closing group down the stretch for Minnesota, which surprised me. But, Doc, I think Yusuf Nurkic, pardon me, has played himself into pickup status here again. Like, I think he's back, okay? The lines have been good. He's been doing the Draymond Green triple single thing. And then, with like a block and a steal. And then here on Monday, I don't know if you have the box up, Doc, but Nurkic, as I go there now, Nurkic went in 27 minutes, 12, 9, and 3, 1 block, 3 steals, 1 3. Okay. And he's going to come off the bench when Mark Williams plays. It's okay. He's going to play 18, 19, 20 minutes. When Mark Williams is out, Nurkic is going to do this. But, dude, Nurkic to me is a pickup right now. These lines are really, really solid, good in the rebounds, and he puts a lot of numbers in the box score.
Ricky props. I don't know. The Sacramento Kings beat the Charlotte Hornets 130-88 tonight. The Hornets have won 14 games on the whole year. 14. That's not very many games, man. And I just wonder how much longer Miles Bridges and Yusuf Nurkic and LaMelo Ball keep playing. Like, why not just play the kids? Damian Baugh, for instance, played 26 minutes tonight, dude. 1 of 8 for 4 points. I just saw that. That's what I'm saying. We talk about Damian Baugh a lot tomorrow. You should listen to that. In fact, if any of you want to find a G League Damian Baugh jersey to send me, you will be a guest on the show. Back to your points. Neesmith is interesting. He's played very well for 3 straight games. It's his best 3-game stretch of the entire season. So I'm sort of like, maybe Carlisle's finally going to let him go and let him start playing. So I kind of like that call. Rashawn Holmes plays for Washington. He's 92 years old, and I don't know why they would keep running him out there when they're tanking. I'm nervous about Nurkic and Holmes, but I get it. I mean, they're playing good. Messing with old guys on these tanking teams makes me very nervous. So I'm not running out there and picking up Nurk, and I'm not running out there and picking up Holmes. But I wouldn't be against it. I would just, you have to have the mindset as soon as they go away, you got to be ready to move on. You got to have an escape plan pre-routed.
Yeah, and you live in Shutdownville. You live there. I think we're going to have a different home stretch this year, Doc. I really do. I think we are going to have a different home stretch in terms of shutdowns. These teams don't need really to shut these guys down. They're losing anyway. If you're in the bottom 3, you have a 14% chance at number 1. Okay. If you're at number 4, you have a 12.5% chance. If you're at number 5, you have a 10.5% chance. Okay. That's it. Okay. So why dump on your fans putting the G League team out there when they're paying NBA money? It's so bad for business. I'm on a crusade about this right now. And I love you, but I can say I definitively and vehemently disagree with every shutdown take you have. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean it in like a fantasy way. Like, I am not anticipating the shutdowns that you are. Why would Washington shut down Jordan Poole? There's literally no reason to shut him down. You have the worst record in the league playing Jordan Poole all year. Why would you shut him down? Okay. I don't understand Washington getting all frisky with Middleton and Smart and curbing the development of the Bubs and the guys like that. That kind of confuses me, right? They're not a part of the plan. But that's not like a shutdown. They're dudes you picked up at the deadline who make no sense for your roster. Okay, they're not playing them. I don't care, right? But they are playing them. Okay.
My argument for why these guys are going to be shut down is we are one awkward landing from Zion blowing out a knee. We are one stepped on foot from LaMelo Ball's ankle snapping in two and his foot landing in the second row. We are one misstep away from whoever getting hurt. And like, if you now, like you said, these guys aren't part of the future. Chris Middleton, let him go out there. We don't, he breaks, we don't care. He's just Chris Middleton. And he's a good guy. I love Chris Middleton. I'm not like saying let him hurt himself, but you've got to protect your stars, and love him or hate him, Jordan Poole is a Washington star. Like, you don't want somebody having some freak injury that sidelines their career when you're literally just out there trying to lose anyway. That's my whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and I understand that. And guess what? That is the prevailing opinion in the NBA, Doc. Okay, all of this fear of injury, living in fear, COVID, blah blah blah. Everybody lives in fear ever since they do. It changed everybody's, not everybody, but it changed a lot of people's mindset. And then I see people wearing masks when I go to the grocery store now, bro. COVID was 5 damn years ago, bro. Like, you might get a cold, boo-hoo, okay? Take a day off from work, lick your wounds, and go back, or work through the sniffles like most of us do. Give me a break. This whole living in fear thing is a joke, and we need to be more concerned about entertaining the fans than protecting players from injury when they go play at the Rucker, they play at the Drew, they play in the Seattle Pro-Ams, they play in random-ass runs all over America, and they could get hurt. But we got to bubble wrap them when the games actually are being played. It makes no sense at all. It's completely stupid.
Rudy licked a microphone. Rudy licked a microphone. My Corona. I have a couple more ads, Rick. My boy Norman Powell is hurt. He's got a knee injury. He's missed a couple games. I'm not sure when he's going to play again. It's tendiotherapy or whatever I don't even know the word, but I didn't like what I read. Hopefully he's back soon. Yes, that. Amir Coffey and Derek Jones Jr. are my boys now. Like, these are my guys.
What about Chris Dunn? Pardon me. He had 5 steals on Monday.
It's also Chris Dunn's season. If you're looking for a pickup, the Clippers have lots. Amir Coffey, Chris Dunn, Derek Jones Jr. are all solid streamers right now because Kawhi Leonard didn't play tonight either. So without Kawhi and without Norm, all 3 of those guys are good gets, I think. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker did it again. 21 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 threes, and a block. He's been balling, dude. I say drop Mike Conley and pick up NAW.
I agree with that. Mike Conley, they need to pull him out. Well, look, when Dante comes back, he will take that starting job back from Conley. Doc will be very excited about that. And then Doc will also be very pissed when Julius Randle comes back and says Naz Reid to the bench. Okay, he's going to be very pissed off about that. So just prepare yourself for a Doc rant about the Wolves starting Julius Randle. You're like, duh, of course they're going to start. Well, just wait for it. Doc's going to hit him upside the head. All right.
Do you want to hear something crazy? Mike Conley is rostered in 40% of Yahoo leagues. The number of waiver wire guys we talk about, like, go get this guy, go pick him up. Like Moses Moody, for instance. I'd way rather have Moses Moody than Mike Conley. Moody's probably like 8% rostered. I'd way rather have Buzelis than Mike Conley. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think Chris Finch is coming to his senses a little bit with that. So I got 3 drops for you. 2 of them go back to my Neesmith tout earlier in the show. The rise of Aaron Neesmith has created major complications here, Doc, for Andrew Nebhard. Send him to waivers. He's on the waiver wire in the Cam Dynasty, which is a 14-team league with a 15-man roster plus 6 IR. He's on waivers, okay? He does not belong on your team. I mean, it's 6, 3, and 5 with a steal and no threes, right? These lines suck. Ben Mathurin, over the last 2 games, Doc, and Mathurin's more of a debatable roster bubble guy, but I'm looking at him right now. He's not a full stat line guy. He scores, hits some threes. He'll sprinkle in some other stats, but really he puts the ball in the hole. But he hasn't been doing it over the last 2 games, and the minutes have sucked. He's gone 8 points in 19 minutes, 8 points in 21 minutes. The fact that Neesmith is now up to 30-plus minutes with Halliburton, with Turner, with Siakam, with Nebhard playing his mid-20s, and on all these other guys playing in the mid-20s. By the way, TJ McConnell did not play on Monday, and Mathurin still played the minutes that I told you, okay? Mathurin is getting squeezed out by the rise of Neesmith. Bub Carrington, send him back to waivers, guys. Sorry, I don't want to sound flimsy or wishy-washy here. We ride the wave of rotations, okay? And right now he's not starting. They're going with Bilal Coulibaly and Jordan Poole in their backcourt, and Bub Carrington's getting mid-20s off the bench right now. And the stats suck. He has to start and play 33, 34 minutes for this to work, okay? He's not. Send him to waivers. And, Doc, Terry Rozier did not even play on Monday against Atlanta. As they move on here without Nikola Jovic, right? And they had a little bit of room in their rotation. He didn't even get in the game, okay? I believe Jaquez played 7 minutes tonight. These guys are waiver wire guys, okay? And literally cut them and forget them, okay? I do not see a rise for either of these 2 guys the rest of the year. Who are you dropping after Monday's games?
Dude, I cannot bring myself to drop Bub. I still think Washington is going to close the shop and just let Bub do his thing.
I got an itchy trigger finger, bro. Itchy.
But if you want to cut Bub, do it. Like, I'm not like, oh no, you cannot cut Bub Harrington. Bub Carrington has been very, very rough. Terry Rozier, how the mighty have fallen, dude. Didn't even play. Is he healthy? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Do we need to do a wellness check? Do I need to call Reno 911 in Miami and have them go check on that dude? I don't know. My drops are Yabusele. He was a disaster tonight. Andre Drummond is back, not doing a ton, but neither is Yabusele. Like, I don't know that if I have Yabusele on any of my teams, I haven't had time to look yet. But if I do, am I automatically dropping him? No. But am I thinking about it? Yes. Depends on who's available. Like, I would drop Yabusele to get Moses Moody right now. Like, I think Moses Moody is one of the hottest pickups in fantasy hoops. Another drop for me, I already talked about him, Mike Conley. Bye. I can't even fathom that he's still so relative. He's literally what, Andre, 37 years old?
Something like that, yeah.
And then Andrew Nemhard was my other one. And he was one of yours. So I'm piggybacking here, but Nemhard is garbage. Fantasy garbage. Ricky Props. What you got, Ricky Props?
He ain't
Rick,
lying, baby.
you changed your name to your Twitter handle.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, I was like, why does it say? And I figured out you can change it here through the StreamYard app. By the way, tip the bartenders, give Cam and Doc a follow. Okay, you see our Twitter handles here, pardon me, X handles, and give at Ethos Fantasy Basketball. Oh my God, long day at Ethos Fantasy NBA a follow as well on Twitter. And by the way, download the Sports Ethos app. It's absolutely amazing and it's free. FREE. No money at all. Free goodies for you. Top 3 fallers, Doc. You want me to start here or you want to go first as we continue to recap Monday?
I'm going to let you go first because I did not write down my top 3 fallers. I'm going to be scatting. I'm going to be free balling.
What?
I'm going to be
free falling Tom Petty style. What are we doing?
I'm going to be
here?
free fall. I am free falling right now. No, I'm going to be free. What's the word when you're like just coming up with stuff off the top of your
stream
head?
of consciousness?
Yes. Free basing. No. What I wanted to say is Keon Ellis.
The rails right now.
Keon Ellis got hurt tonight. Sprained his ankle.
You said that.
Freewheeling. I'm freewheeling. Just
scatting. Oh, that only took 5 minutes. Oh my God. He hit us with free balling. This is a legendary.
Listen to me.
An infamous moment in fantasy NBA Today history.
That's why I'm in the Hall of Fame. Keon Ellis sprained his ankle tonight, did not return. If you were holding on to Keon Ellis because Aaron Bruschi has told you to all year, this is your sign. It's time to let go. It's not happening this year.
I already did.
Cut him.
Dude, is our boy okay?
Cut him.
Do we need to launch a wellness check for our boy Aaron Bruschi?
Well, between
this guy
Keon
went down
Ellis,
tonight. Have tears
remember
been shed?
when they announced that Wemby was out for the year, Bruschi picked Bassie up everywhere, and he went all in on Bassie. And he's like, Bassie this, Bassie that. I'm going to kick your Bassie with my Bassie. Well, he's all banged up and not playing. He's not helping his 30-deep team. He's not helping anybody's team. Much ado about nothing. But if you have Keon Ellis, cut him. It's over. It's done. There's my first faller.
Who else you got? Get us into your list.
I don't have a list. I don't have a list. You're gonna.
All right.
You're gonna have to.
All right. I'll do. I'll give you a couple guys here. These are fallers. Okay. These aren't necessarily sending to waiver guys. Okay. Kobe White. We talked about him. Played 28 minutes tonight. He's been really herky jerky over his last 5 games. He's gone 5 points, 7 points, 11 points, 20, and then 15. Largely awful. Okay. Is he a buy low? No, I'm kind of good on Kobe White right now. Don't drop him, but I'm kind of good. Like I'm okay not being invested in Kobe White right now. And I do like him overall, but it's just this year and what it is. Russell Westbrook, he's been dreadful. Okay, Monday night against Indiana, 7-3-5, nothing else. Previous 4 games in the points, he's gone 4, 8, 17, 7. Awful, okay? He's Westbrook. I'm hanging in there, but not much longer, okay? I still do have him on a couple of teams. He is right on that cut line, though, okay? And then Joel Embiid, Doc. Joel Embiid is on my fallers list, okay? This guy is epic damaged goods. There's damaged goods, and then there's Joel Embiid. The guy is going to, after this year is over, have missed more games than he has played. Insanity, okay? If he has surgery, and I really think he will, okay, will he even play next year? He's pretty good at taking full seasons off, okay? Not mad at him. It just is what it is. His body is not complying with the plan to play basketball. This all has kind of had me thinking Hall of Fame, right? Like, is he a Hall of Famer? Is he good to go already? And my first blush was, nah, the guy misses too many games, never made it to the conference finals. But you look at the resume, Doc, He's a 7-time All-Star, Hall of Fame stat. 5-time All-NBA, Hall of Fame stat. 1-time MVP, Hall of Fame stat. 2 scoring titles, Hall of Fame stat. 7 straight seasons with 20 and 10, which was snapped this season. So yes, I still think he will be in the Hall of Fame, even if the counting numbers aren't where they need to be. There's other guys that are in the Hall of Fame without the counting numbers. It's rare, but they're in. Okay. Embiid is almost 31. He might be 32 by the time he comes back from this injury. So this isn't just falling this year, Doc. This is falling next year. This is falling overall for his career legacy. There's a lot of falling going on here for Joel Embiid. Doc is frozen, and when we get him back, obviously we'll bring him back up. All right, let me get into some risers here. It is Rick Kamla here, and Doc is back, and then he went away. Okay, so all right, top 3 risers right here for you. I want to give you Josh Giddey, folks. This guy's really cooking right now. Against Philly on Monday, he went 25, 16, and 6, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 3 threes. It's about as good of a stat line as Josh Giddey's ever put up. Over the last 2 weeks, his basketball monster value is number 5. Not 25, not 45, 5. There's 4 guys better than Josh Giddey over the last 2 weeks, according to Basketball Monsters' analytical rating system for fantasy basketball. 5th, okay? Over that stretch, he's gone 21, 9, and 5 PRA. 1.6 blocks, 1.4 steals, 2.8 threes. This is by far the best goody guy Josh Giddey has ever been. And it's not even close. He never approached this in OKC. And we know why. A lot of studs around him. Oh, did I mention he's playing for a contract? Okay. If you want to try to go get Josh Giddey for the stretch run right now before the trade deadline's coming up here imminently, go do it. Another guy that's rising. It's Doc's guy, Aaron Gordon. Remember, he was trying to kick him to the curb, and I was like, no, Gordon needs to start. I love Aaron Gordon. Usually not a great fantasy guy, but over the last 3 games he has been. Monday night against Indiana, 25, 5 and 2 with 2 threes. Over the last 3 games, the points have gone 18, 24, 25. This dude's balling, okay? 17 rebounds over that stretch and 7 threes over that stretch. Another riser, and I watched him play very, very well in the win over, who did Detroit play on Monday? Am I alone? Is Doc back?
The Clippers. The Clippers.
God, I watched the game. Anyway, Oscar Thompson was absolutely amazing. He had a chase down block on James Harden, which I particularly loved. Okay, just like crumpled him on the baseline. It was like so badass. Give me that. It was awesome. Okay, Oscar Thompson tonight went 10, 3 and 3, 2 blocks, 4 steals. The goodies. Okay, he's 65% rostered, so maybe he's a double check guy on waivers, right? But over the last 2 weeks, Oscar has gone 14, 4 and 4. 2.3 steals. And then a shout out to Andrew Wiggins, Doc. This dude is balling over the last 3 weeks. 3 games. 25, 20, 23. I can't remember the last time Andrew Wiggins went 3 straight games with 20 or more points. And he's giving us goodies beyond just the scoring. So far, so good with Wiggs down there in Miami. So those are my risers, Doc.
Yeah, we were worried about Wiggins going to Miami, but he's been pretty good. He's been playing well. So if you hung in there with him, congratulations, dude. So next year is going to be the year of the Thompson twins, right? Amen is trying to break out. I wouldn't call this a breakout season, but it's close. It's very close. Alcer is sort of breaking out down the stretch. Next year, man, these 2 kids are going to be stupid. And I can't wait. And where is Amen Thompson going to be drafted next year, Rick? Are you taking him in late round 2, late round 3?
No.
You don't have to take him that early.
No. I mean, what's the role? If they're starting Van Vliet and Green and Brooks and Jabari and Şengün, he's a bench guy. He's going to play 28 minutes. He's going to have decent stats. He's going to hit no threes. No. He's a mid-round guy for me. Maybe a little higher, but not like I can't imagine taking him in the top 5 rounds.
I will be reaching for Amen Thompson next year. I bet you I'd take him in round 4. His stat line is fantasy goodness. It really is. I think he's going to return 3rd round value next year.
Okay.
And I think there will be people that have him very high on their list.
See, I would rather, what I'm comfortable with would be drafting him in the 6th round and then with the thought that he's going to give me 3rd round value. But I don't want to have to pay that price to get that item. If you see what I'm saying. Like, no, there should be that wiggle room of upside for me, like drafting him a little bit later and then getting the pop. And by the way, that's how you win leagues, okay? You can't just take a guy at his draft spot in every round. You've got to take guys that exceed their ADP. That's how you win. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do with Amen Thompson.
Well, I think he's going to be one of those guys that all of us analysts hype up to the point where he gets drafted higher than Ricky Props wants to take him.
I understand.
But he's that good, man. And Alcer is going to be right there behind him. Now that the blood clot thing is behind him, next year they're going to unleash Alcer, and it's going to be a bulldozer of Thompson twins, I think. I'm surprised at how much Russell Westbrook has sucked since he's returned. Because when Denver was rolling and killing everybody, Westbrook was in the middle of all of it, and he was going off. And Aaron Gordon sort of went away. Now it's flip-flopped, and I'm not that scared of Denver again. So I'm not giving up on Westbrook. I still think he's going to get back in the mix. I told y'all about Josh Giddey back in August. I hope you listened. And then I think that's all I got to say about that.
You were on Giddey. I mean, it took a while here, but he's here now. I love getting shady with Doc. All right, let me give you some like rotational and injury type of updates here, and I'm going to give them all sort of one after the other here, Doc, and you kind of pick where you want us to sit for a minute. Chris Finch said, amazing game tonight with Minnesota and OKC. The Wolves got the win. Anthony Edwards had a huge rejection on SGA at the end of overtime. Minnesota was up 1, SGA slithering, going in for the lead, and Ant-Man just was like, boom, no, right at the rim. Get out of here. It wasn't Bam Adebayo on Jason Tatum in the playoffs, but it was really, really cool. Chris Finch mentioned that he had kept Edwards out down the stretch because he was injured, then got the word in OT that Edwards could return. Again, these medical staffs, man, like let him put it's Anthony Edwards for the Mark Dagano said Isaiah Hartenstein is a facial contusion. Will get checked on tomorrow. Hopefully it's not like a fracture where he's going to have to wear the mask. Naz Reid down in a heap of pain, grabbing at his right ankle, twisted it while trying to leap around Isaiah Joe. That's my guy who dove for a loose ball. It's simply not what you want to see right now. So, damn, we may have a Naz Reid injury thing here. Chris Finch said pregame on Dante DiVincenzo. The plan is for Dante to practice Wednesday when the team practices in LA. He is getting very close to a return, Doc. Dante may be able to even come back by the weekend based on the trajectory here. The Sixers say Gershon Yabusele. And by the way, nice job by you with the pronunciation on that. You weren't that bold earlier in the year. You were avoiding his name altogether. But Gershon Yabusele, contact to both eyes, and Quentin Grimes' right knee soreness are out for the rest of the game. And obviously they got beat by 8 million points, but the minutes and like what they did was really weird. So good to get that report. And there's really not anything else here. So anything in there that you want to kind of launch out from and talk about?
Dante DiVincenzo, man. I was all in on Dante. And as he replaced Mike Conley as the starting point guard in Minnesota, I was like, you guys, Dante is going to go nuts. and he started to go nuts. And then as soon as I wrote him up and had him as the like poster boy of my column, as this is the pickup of the year, he hurt his toe and we haven't seen him since. So I'm excited for him to come back. It's going to be slow rolling. It's going to take him a week to 10 days, I think, to get up to speed. But if he is determined to finish out the season, I mean, I think if he's going to come back now, he's planning on finishing out the season. And Mike Conley is not the answer. That other kid, who's the other kid that they're
Aaron
running
Shannon?
out there?
Or Jalen Clark?
No, who's the kid?
You're talking about Minnesota, Rob Dillingham?
Dillingham, yeah. I don't think Dillingham's the answer either. So I think Dante still has a chance to go off this year. That's what I'm excited to see. And I've got Dante on a bunch of IRs, and I'd love to be able to pull him off there. But I'm expecting a slow road to recovery. I think it's going to take him a week to 10 days to get back into form.
I think he's going to be good, though, when he eventually comes back. I think he'll start over Conley and give us some goodies. All right, so the Stud of the Night award goes to Josh Giddey. I just talked about his stat line. He was amazing, shot 73% from the field as well. Zach LaVine, number 2, spiked up to 42 points tonight, had 8 3 balls and a steal. Nikola Jokic rebounded. He was really lame. He had a triple-double Saturday against LA, but he sucked. He took 7 shots. He went 18, 10, and 18 tonight with 4 steals. That young man averaging a triple-double on the year, of course. Any other studs you want to shout out here, Doc?
Shea was amazing again. If Shea doesn't win the MVP, I don't know what to say. Well, I wonder what his odds are, because
dude, you have not. It's over. It's over, barring I didn't even want to say the word. SGA is a minus 500. Jokic is a plus 350. That means, folks, it's over. It's
so
SGA's
you have to
award.
bet $100.
No, you got to bet 500 to win 100.
Yeah.
So that Vegas is telling you, sorry, all closed up here. Take your business somewhere else. Like, that's just, I mean, I guess.
It's
that'd
like
be like if you were a billionaire and you wanted to put $10 million on SGA at minus 500 because you know he's going to win. It's basically an investment at that point. That would be, to me, the only way you bet this.
That makes sense. It's like when Vince Carter did that last dunk and he went, it's over.
That's right. It's over. The betting odds really give you a good indication on that. Minus 500 versus a plus 350. It's over, folks. I want to shout out Cade Cunningham again. 32, 9, and 7, 3 steals, 4 threes, just night in and night out. I also want to shout out Jalen Duren and Ivica Zubac. I watched most of that Detroit Clippers game. They had 34 rebounds against one another, and that was a war in the hole between those two studs. All right, the duds of the night. I guess we'll do those, and then we'll go to the waiver wire, guys. The duds of the night. My guy Isaiah Collier was not doing it tonight. Low minutes, had 6 points, and this was in one of those rest games for Utah. Bub Carrington was awful, 5.1 and 2 PRA. But Zachary Sachet takes the award here. And he's been rolling, and I touted him. I talked about him as a streamer on Monday's show with Brew going into Monday night's games. He had 2 points. He had 2 freaking points. And then honorable mention, Russell Westbrook. Anybody else you want to shout down for tonight?
I mean, Isaiah Collier was really bad, dude. And Donovan Clingan, he had 12 boards and 2 blocks. I just saw 7 points. He's all right. Jabari Walker had been hot, and he came back to earth with 4 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. Like, he was the hottest pickup today when I got on my Yahoo app to pick up players. Everybody's like, stream Jabari Walker. And I listened, and it was stupid. Should not have done that.
So I just quickly here, because A lot of people chase stats. I noticed George Niang was a big pickup today, right? Coming off the 27.73 ball game, right? Guys, when waiver wire players spike, like Jabari Parker had 20 in that silly blowout for Portland, right? They never back it up the next game. Never, okay? Like, you missed, okay? You got to go to somebody else that next day. Don't chase Jabari Walker's 20-point game. He's never going to have 20 again this year, okay? And Niang probably won't have 27 again this year for Atlanta, okay? Know that, all right? You got to get guys on their way up, not on their way down. All right, Doc, and then one more thing here before we get out of here. The top waiver wire performances of the night.
Naz Reid returned to the game, by the way.
Oh, he did? Oh, that's fantastic news. So Kyle Filipowski was great. 20, 11, and 5, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 threes. My God. I had the choice between him and Bryce Sensabaugh as a streamer tonight in the Cam Dynasty. I went with Sensabaugh.
You couldn't lose.
I went with Sensabaugh. He was okay, but these goodies were a heck of a lot better. But okay, Sensabaugh had 23, I think led the team in scoring. He was pretty good. Kevin Huerter with the line that he had 23 with 7 threes. And Rashawn Holmes, number 1 waiver wire line of the night, according to Andre Lemouche, 11, 6, and 4 with 5 blockies.
I have a hard time trusting Rashawn Holmes. I have a hard time trusting Kevin Huerter. Let me see it again tomorrow, boys. If Walker Kessler is out, Filipowski is almost, at this point, a must play.
He definitely is. Walker Kessler was ill on Monday, so hopefully he will be coming back here very, very soon. But we know how the Utah thing is going to be sketchy going forward. All right, guys, we are out. I want to remind you, come back around midnight Eastern on Tuesday night. Me and Doc will be here talking about the Luka game with the Mavs and the Lakers and all that kind of stuff. Big shout out to Doc. Big shout out to Andre Lemouche and all you guys and girls for watching this show. We really appreciate you all. A couple of reminders before we get out of here. Download the Sports Ethos app on your phone. It's completely free and it's badass. Subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Sports Ethos YouTube channel. And check out our MLB draft guide. I'm contributing to it over there at sportsethos.com. We appreciate you all. Again, for Doc, for Andre, I'm Cam. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your night. Peace. This episode's been brought to you by Bet Online.